kick-off. It's back to Joe Canning and Martin Carney.
Michael, in the middle of the field for Cork right now, it's Nicholas Murphy and Aidan Walsh. I think it should be pointed out that Nicholas Murphy has a back injury, and in all probability he would not be able to go a full 70 minutes. I think that's the feeling within the camp, and probably Nicholas's feelings as well. So he's in for the second half, 35 minutes to go to resolve the 2010 All-Ireland football final. It's advantage down by 3 points, and they have the possession immediately here. It's lost by Mark Poland, however. And there's an opportunity for Paul Kerrigan, starting at right half forward, to kick it in long, inside towards Donnacha O'Connor, and it's gone astray, and it's gone wide, and the first attack of the second half comes to naught. And there's an injury immediately in the middle of the park to one of the down players as we watch this again here. It's Peter Fitzpatrick, by the way, who's gone down with the injury. That's what happened to him.
Yeah, he was winded that time with a late tackle from Nicholas Murphy, but I'd say he'll be up in a couple of moments and ready to go again. Fitzpatrick has played very well when you consider that he's come in from for an iconic figure like Ambrose Rogers, and his fielding has been good, and just generally speaking, a very good young footballer.
Isn't it amazing, Martin, when you look at this final, 2 qualifiers in the final, first time ever, first final I can recall where the 2 captains aren't able to start. And the manager is down here now on the sideline, as you can see, Conor Coonahan. It's a very good idea, I think, to be up there and get an overview earlier on, but I think he'll do his best work now down there. He needs to drive them on. He's a great manager, Conor, and he's trying to make incremental progress with this team. Semi-finalist in his first year, 08, finalist in 09, and you know what he's trying to achieve this afternoon. Down of other ideas, as Fitzpatrick is back on his feet again. Paddy Talley there went in to have a word, along with the physio. So this kick out by Brendan McVeigh, 31-year-old from Unriocht, lands in the hands of Benny Coulter. Showing a bit of vision now, trying to pick out Marty Clark. They combine so well, so productively. Lobbing it in here, dangerous moment. Back from McComiskey's shot, off the post it comes. Back down to Ray Carey. Great opportunity there for Down to get the first point of the second half. But instead, it's with Cork's Aidan Walsh down towards Pierce O'Neill. Needs to get into the match. Games seem to have passed him by in the opening 35 minutes. Kerrigan now again. Holding, waiting. Cross here towards Paddy Kassan. Down towards Donnacha O'Connor again. Couldn't hold it, couldn't take it. Another ball has gone aimlessly wide. So 2 completely unproductive Cork attacks. Meanwhile, Down themselves had a most interesting forward thrust at the other end, and Paul McComiskey very nearly got his 3rd point of the match when that ball was fed out to him by John Clark. He was misfortunate because it came down off the upright.
Yes, and again, everything came from the laser-like accuracy of Marty Clark, a wonderful crossfield ball.
Well, it took Cork until 32 minutes to get their first point from play. They're still only 3 points behind. They were the favourites in the eyes of many going in here, certainly the bookmakers. That's aimless by Paul Kerrigan. He's pointing out to some of the others that should have been making movement. Instead, it's Down who are making the moves. Danny Hughes lobbed down there once again towards the impish Paul McComiskey. And that time, it's a lovely, smooth delivery as McComiskey goes through the football and over the bar. Opening point of the second half for him and for Down. 9 points to 5, they lead here. But the end product of a beautiful pass down to Paul McComiskey. Brilliant work by the 22-year-old from Dundrum.
Well, that sums up the way Down are playing. Their forward play is outstanding. They're playing with great cohesion. And above the ball movement by McComiskey and Hughes, 2 small men in stature, but massive hearts, wonderful instincts. And again, the combination between the 2 of them that time was top class. And a 3rd score, I think it is, for McComiskey.
John Miskell is okay. Down ahead by 4. Early stages of the second half. Great catch in the middle of the park, this time by Nicholas Murphy, the Carrigaline man. Taking his 5th All-Ireland final. Doesn't want to lose another. Up towards Donnacha O'Connor. On his right side this time. Oh, that's crafty ball in there. Sheehan's in there as well, and he goes down, and he was fouled by the goalkeeper. It's going to be a free in from the 13-metre line. Good work by Kieran Sheehan. Came out here, went after it, goalkeeper decided he wasn't going to get it and took down the number 10.
Well, dare I say it, is Kieran Sheehan not better suited to the full forward position, or a position close to goals, rather than playing out a wing forward? He has the bulk, he has the necessary ability to win ball, much greater than Donnacha O'Connor.
And as a result of that, they go point for point. Daniel Goulding with his 4th point of this match, first of the second half. Well, 3 of his scores have come from frees, and the one from play, of course, just before half-time. So as you were at the break, 3 between them. And Cork are preparing. Graham Canty is taking off the tracksuit. He'll be in presently as Aidan Walsh rises for this one. He's fouled. They need Canty. They need their captain. Back out it comes again towards Pierce O'Neill. Free to Cork. Taken quickly. Out to Kassan. Looking up at the target, trying to go through, trying to knife his way in. Held onto by Kieran Sheehan, awkward angle. Recycling it back towards the left half back again. Not quite sure what that was meant to be. Might have been a pass, but it ended up being neither a shot nor a pass by Paddy Kassan. And it's time for Graham Canty to be introduced by his team manager, Conor Coonahan. Canty coming in for his 49th championship match. And the player who's coming off is going to be Paddy Kassan.
Well, this is a real gamble by Cork. Again, if Canty has a problem with his hamstring, he'll find out very soon if it's fit enough for this kind of an encounter or not.
I thought originally he might play in the full back line and pick up John Clark, but he's gone out into the middle of the field. This is taken well here by Owen Cadigan. 3 points the margin in the All-Ireland final. Canty taking it, fouled, free kick rapidly taken by Pa Kelly. Hit in there towards Kieran Sheehan, and Daniel Goulding goes chasing after it as well. Back out towards Nicholas Murphy. Another of the second half substitutes on for Paul Kerrigan. Trying to stand his ground, he's down. Fouled in the mind of the referee. Peter Fitzpatrick is arguing the point, but it was Kevin McKernan who caught him, and it's going to be a free in.
I think it was a very soft free actually, because I think that Paul Kerrigan slipped in the process of going past his man that time. So this is an easy enough, well, not an easy opportunity, but it's a free in that I think was as a result of a soft free.
Referee having words with Peter Fitzpatrick. I don't think the incident involved merited a card unless something was said immediately after that, and the referee decides to take decisive action, and that's the nature of the action, a yellow card. So it's 1 per team. Paul Kerrigan got 1 in the first half. So Cork have a free kick. This is 30 metres out from the target, and not a great deal of wind around right now. It's quite still, cloudy overhead, but dry anyway. Daniel Goulding to take it. 4 points already in the All-Ireland final. This is to narrow the gap to 2 points. Can he make it? He can. His 5th. 9 points to 7. Trying to rally his troops now. Peter Fitzpatrick here. Caught. Well, he didn't. It was Kevin McKernan who did the catching originally. That's where I thought the foul was. It was Peter Fitzpatrick who came in afterwards. Maybe he mouthed something to the referee.
Well, it's a very harsh booking as far as I can see. I don't think Fitzpatrick deserved to be booked in that case, nor do I think Kerrigan deserved a free in the first place, because I believe he slipped initially.
Now it's Dan Gordon's turn to be spoken to. Very important that Down retain their composure here now. They're seeing their lead whittled away, but there's a long game still to be played. 27 minutes or so, and there's a yellow card for Dan Gordon. They've got to stay composed. They've still got the lead. They've played good football so far.
Yes, and they've shown a better awareness of what's required so far as well. And again, discipline has been critical up to now, so it's up to them just to keep a cool head.
This one is fisted down and taken by Nicholas Murphy. Well, he is ready for the battle. Doesn't want to lose another All-Ireland, but he held on to that one too long. And Down have got themselves a free kick, which is going to be taken by Mark Poland. Looking for Marty Clark. Gets there ahead of Noel O'Leary. O'Leary unable to get a challenge, unable to get near him. Strange marking, that one. Runs into Canty. Drops to Mark Poland. Slips away there from Nicholas Murphy, Poland, jinking back, cutting inside, having a go. It's got direction, it's got accuracy. It's a great score. Mark Poland's first point in the All-Ireland final blows it out to a 3-point advantage for Down once again. Their fans are very, very happy with themselves. 45 minutes are gone and it's 10-7.
Well, that's a lovely piece of individual skill by Mark Poland that time. A small little darting player, guy with great imagination, but the flair and the skill that time, they've got him past players, and awareness, just putting the ball over the bar. That's a great score, probably the score of the game.
John Clark comes off, Conor McGinn goes on, coming on for his 10th championship match. Pressure back on the Cork backs in the unfamiliar white. Alan Quirk required. Pressurised by Benny Coulter. Kicks it out cagily, out as far as Owen Cadigan. Young man from Douglas, brushes aside McGinn's challenge initially, shouldered then by Poland. Canty, half blocked. Should be Dan McCartan's, doesn't get to it. Goulding got there first. Held onto by Sheehan, back towards Pearse O'Neill. Loses possession, it's away with Peter Fitzpatrick once again for Down. And Down tried to lay siege on the Cork goal. Out came Michael Shields, fisting it forward, on as far as Kieran Sheehan. It's a different match. It's much more intense all of a sudden. In as far as Donegal O'Connor, kicking, he's scored 2, he's now scored 3. It's 10-8. Great point.
Great point, but notice the ball was delivered quickly that time. Lovely link up with Sheehan and O'Connor. And O'Connor that time showed for the ball with purpose and kicked with conviction. That's more like it from a Cork point of view. Forget about the lateral play, forget about the short passing, get the ball in quickly.
Into the 12th minute of the second half. Second half scores so far, 3 points to 2 in favour of Cork. But still, a 2-point game in the overall context. Pa Kelly, young teacher, 66 possession for Cork in the second half, and we've only played 12 minutes of that half. Graham Canty, his presence there is already having a major beneficial effect. Ray Carey, here as far as Kieran Sheehan, jinking away past Damien Rafferty, cautiously playing it in towards Goulding. 2 young players, same club, Éire Óg in Ovens. Awkward angle, what a score! Daniel Goulding's got his 6th point. It's a 1-point game. It's Down 10, Cork 9.
Yeah, again, quick ball, lovely showing that time by Goulding. Under a lot of pressure from a difficult angle, shoots a great point. But you can see the confidence starting to course into the Cork team. The crowd are getting behind them. They are spouted a wake up over 40 minutes into the game.
It might sound like a silly question, Martin, but why didn't they try to do this in the first half?
Well, I think they were completely chained with nerves. They seemed to be full of basically too many pookies.
What a great take that time by Aidan Walsh. He's lost it to McGinn. Big question now being asked of Down. So confident themselves in the opening 35 minutes. They need Danny Hughes to reinforce the message, I think, that they're in this game with a big, big chance of taking the Sam Maguire Cup. Marty Clark kicks it away, but only as far as Graham Canty, who goes to ground. Back up on his feet immediately. Noel O'Leary fisting it forward to Pearse O'Neill. McGinn goes after him, can't catch him. Cleverly in as far as Donegal O'Connor. O'Neill's available, but he slips it back inside towards Kerrigan. Came off a down defender of Conor Garvey, and the umpire was ready to give a 45, but the referee, David Coldrick from Meath, immediately behind it, said no, it went off the Cork man, and he has